so I've always been quite interested in the communal living idea. Growing up in the city, everyone's close together, but not really in each other's lives. So it's cool to see a place like this where they share meals, they share space, they share games, and there's not really an option of splitting up. You know, you can avoid each other perhaps a little bit, but really any interpersonal problems have to get dealt with. And I think it probably teaches us to be better at solving those problems, better at forgiving people, because you kind of have to. And the cool thing there is you kind of end up being able to forgive yourself more, perhaps. It's the whole karma, you know, if you take on a mindset of forgiveness, it kind of works both ways. But it's cool here, it seems to work well. There's a bit of a divide between the permanents and the volunteers. A few little bits of conflict, but reasonably successful. Be interesting to see other places like this and see if they have the same problems, same solutions. But I mean, it's very unique. They've got so much infrastructure, you know, buildings and water and heating. I'm sure it's a rarity to have so much luxury in a communal living setting, but something I've always been really drawn to. I can imagine myself trying it one day, but I get a bit scared when I'm around people for that long. I think having relationships break down in the past makes me not really trust myself to be able to maintain those relationships. So it's nice while it's all positive and happy and kind, but I guess there's a bit of me which expects it to go wrong. Oh, la, la.
They have a sign.
Look at that. Poor claws even, you can see their claws. Holy moly. Just had a big dump of snow. Check that out. God, am I glad to be in a warm community. Settled in amazingly. Can't imagine being anywhere else. So much so I actually keep thinking of my friend Chloe's story when I first got to Marseille, about a powerful prince that became a king and ruled over all the land and had nothing left to want for. And so he asked his advisors to give him the best counsel that they could to make sure that his reign would last forever. And so they did, and they wrote it on a little piece of paper but said, okay, don't open this until you're in most need. And so a few years later he was being chased down by his enemies, cornered into a valley, climbing up the edge of the cliff. He thought, this is it, he's gonna die. So he read his piece of paper and it said, nothing lasts forever. And he held on to that knowledge, clung there and waited for days until the enemies left. And with relief he threw a big party in celebration of his survival. And as he's celebrating, the counsellor that gave him the advice came up to him and said, but don't forget the advice. Point being that nothing lasts forever. However beautiful and wonderful, it all has to come to an end at some point. Which is a bit heartbreaking. I guess it's the tragedy of life, the beauty of life, because if it lasted forever you wouldn't have a reference point, I guess. But yeah, so sad to think that this does have to come to an end, and it's such bliss and perfection at the moment. I'll miss them all dearly, but even they'll all be going separate ways. This little bubble we're in can only last so long. God damn, is it beautiful.
Do that, and nothing comes up.
What the fuck?
Mustafa.
So I'm reading The Little Prince at the moment, Le Petit Prince, and I've just got to a pretty cool bit which has really resonated with me. So you got the little prince and he's left his planet where he's got a rose waiting for him, and he comes across a field full of roses, and he thinks to himself, it's what makes my rose so special. Look at all these identical roses. And a few chapters later, Le Renard, the fox, comes and gives him some advice, and one of the things he says is, le temps que tu perdu pour ta rose, ça se fait quoi? Fais ta rose si on peut. Something like that. Which basically means it's the time that you've lost for your rose which makes that rose important. And that's really nice for me, because I'm always running off and imagining these fields of roses and trying to find something new, I guess. But what makes the rose special and unique is the time that you've given to it. And so I don't know, that's just filled me with a good bit of optimism and inspiration and just gratitude for the time I've spent here. Not a second wasted. But nonetheless, I do think it's time for me to go soon. So I'm gonna head off next Wednesday, I think. So 5 more days here. Couldn't be more blissful. Sun's come back out. Been cooking all day. Dancing all last night. I really love these people. Sur le table.
C'est moi?
Goodbye. Bye, Masa.
I've just said goodbye to everyone. Germain is definitely my favourite. So kind and loving and honest and strong. He's exactly what I want to be. I need a little breather today, so I went to the 3 wheels and him and Annette came through, and it was a very real, you feel okay? You really meant it, really cared. That integrity, that honesty, that just love and presence. What a great human being. The Marino just supports everyone, friends with every single level of the group. So relentlessly giving. God, what an inspiration. Ivan, one of the kindest human beings I've come across. Just above and beyond. So thoughtful, so honest, so emotionally conscious. Miles, just absolute sweetheart. Amelie, what an angel. Gah. Absolutely adorable. All the best music. Just a G, just a... Can't believe I've had the pleasure to know them. Can't believe I'm not going to see them again, probably. If I do, it'll be pure chance. One of them here and there. This little family bubble they've got. God, can't believe I've been part of it. What an absolute honour. Pleasure. Stuffer. Loveliest person. So on the surface. There's not a single layer to that man. Oh, he says exactly how it is. He has just the best one-liners. He's the funniest human being and he doesn't even try. Paolo's coming out. So much energy, enthusiasm, inspirational, wow. All of our emotions are right on the surface. Oh, wow. So, she's just given me a bunch of clothes and everything we've traded. I'll see her again. No, I'll see her again. There we go. Packed and ready. Off to Terre Rouge. So I'm going to call it the end for this story chapter. And I'll see you in the next one.